Hello. Hello. How's everybody doing today? All right. Welcome to the Venting Hour. Hey, we're back at it again. Another Wednesday. We're going to go ahead and get to these topics and, see what kind of solutions we can come up with to try to go ahead and get things done. Okay. Um, I'm out, this weekend. Well, rather this week out with the fam. And, just enjoying a little fun in the sun. So I thought I would, take time out to go ahead and, I know it's the vetting hour, but, maybe we'll do 30 minutes today and just see, what we can come up with, what we can do, and, what we can come up with to make a solution to better the schools and the community. Okay. Um, One thing I wanted to do is talk about really the email. It's several emails that I got, but I want to go ahead and discuss one of them to see what kind of solution we can come up with because I reached out to several, several board members, and we went ahead and tried to get some things done. Some people, in certain states didn't, respond. Some people said they couldn't, acknowledge or condone, what was happening. Um, but one thing about it is, it has to get done. And if it has to get done, we need to do something about it to make sure we can do something to make sure that it's good to go. Okay, and that's the one thing that was really disturbing was that a lot of people didn't respond, and the ones that did respond had like negative feedback on it, and it just wasn't conducive to what I was thinking what was going to happen. Um, a lot of them said that they had things in play where they would do it themselves, and as you can see from the videos, wasn't really too much in play. Because they totally were out of shape. They totally were you know overgrown. Things just didn't seem right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna keep this short but sweet. I just wanted to let you know that these are the emails that I sent. So I'll show you, and let's just see. I'm gonna go ahead and read what I had wrote. Okay, and then by me reading what I had wrote, and then we can follow up with the response that we had got. Okay. So this is what I wrote as far as was the email. My name is Raglan Powell Jr., the owner of Next Generation Landscaping. For the last 3 years, I have been going around to the local public schools and helping out with the beautification of the outside of the schools. I feel that the outside of our schools is a reflection of the inside. If our students, educators, and parents can see the beauty on the outside, it will translate to a more positive learning environment and increase the pride in our schools. For example, cutting the grass, pruning the shrubbery, trimming trees, mulching, and trimming down the tall weeds in the sidewalks, curbs, and beds. This year, I'm going to add some of other services like pressure washing, planting flowers, cleaning out, prepping the clean eating garden beds, hauling any unwanted debris, bulky items away from the schools, plus putting down mulch chips on the playground areas. During this time, I, well, oh, excuse me. Okay, yeah. During this time, I beautified 30 plus schools by myself, but I am happy to say I will be having some of our youth with me this year to get them more involved in the community. Some will be doing it for community service hours. The majority will be looking for monetary support. If you would like to help in this endeavor, it will be very much appreciated. In the meantime, I will be raising money, looking for sponsorships, and even paying out of my own pocket to ensure we can continue to help the youth and the schools in the community. Here's a link to my YouTube page so you can see all the work I've done the last 3 years. Thank you for taking the time to read this and looking forward to speaking with you about opportunities to help our schools and the youth. I can be reached I gave my phone number, email address, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So that's what I really based out. I just, broke down to them the summary, what I can offer you to help better, your schools. Okay. Now, if you don't want my help, just say you don't want the help. We can move on. Okay. Um, I thought it was self-explanatory. I didn't think it was disrespectful, degrading. I didn't think it was, by all means, inappropriate. Okay, if that's the word I'm looking for. Okay, I just thought I was straight to the point. If they would like to be involved, if they would like to give assistance, we can go ahead and get it done. Because on my channel, if you're new to this, there are a lot of schools that are out of control, and they're constantly and still out of control. Okay, so this is what she had wrote back. Thanks for reaching out. Before serving on the board as a master gardener, I helped our schools build grow, eat, and rain gardens. Several of our schools are green certified and maintain a variety of gardens to teach, grow, and build a stronger community that has beauty, stewardship, and sustainability. Okay, I mean, I understand that, but I don't see where it was at. Um, Continuing, all of our projects involve a series of approvals, budgetary staff, and maintenance, and is in accordance with our policy, regs, and operations and procedures. Okay, the board doesn't directly engage with any service providers. Okay, and they just put, their first letter, M. If you see right, they just put M. Okay, so bottom line is, if someone is reaching out to show you that there's a problem, and you don't want to engage with them, and you don't want to see what actually is the problem, then why not? What then what is the use of having a committee? Okay. Now, if you want to do it yourself, just say, hey, I want to be able to put this together myself. I want to, I want the glory of this. Should no volunteers be coming and saying, uh, they should be doing this or they should be doing that. The purpose of putting things on videos to show that we have a problem. That's it. It's not to belittle anyone. It's not to show anyone that's, that no, it's to show that we have a problem. And as a community, one of our, excuse me for jumping around, one of our local politicians always say, we work better together. This is me reaching out to try to make sure we're together. Okay. If I can't, we can't reach out to make sure that we're together, and you saying that we are together, I don't understand what we're doing here. Okay. They're constantly, building and building and building and shutting more schools down. But the schools that are open are run down, and the outside is atrocious. So if we have an issue and someone in the community is willing to step up, has the means, has the resources, has the know-how and the whereabouts to get it done, why aren't we using the services? It's beyond me, and that's what I want to bring to the table, and that's what I would like feedback on with that, because it's really appalling to me that there are, politicians, and like I said in my last video, there's no way, shape, or form that I want to be a politician. That's not what I want. I think I'm better suited to be doing what I'm doing. It's helping the schools, and it's because it's bigger. It's just not in my state. It can be in your state. It can be in your city. It can be in your neighborhood. Okay. No matter where it's at. Okay. Um, Whenever you all decide, you want to chime in, just, let me know what is, a good way and a good feedback to go about doing this. Because as you say, sustainability and stewardship, yeah, okay, I understand that. But what are we doing about it right now? What are we doing about it right now? And what's the solution to the problem right now? Okay. I want to go ahead and become come up with a solution to the problem so we can, go ahead and get this done. Okay. So that's the rant that I have today. I have literally, like, hold on, let me find this other email. And we can break that down to, at a later date or have it may be. Um it was the same one, but she literally just didn't, she didn't reach out back or whatever the case may be. Um, but bottom line is that's my rant for today. I just want to know if you're sending me emails like this, and if I see a lot of you are chiming in now. What to say, however, the lawns are now sustainable without maintenance. Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that. You know what I mean? I can agree with that. But that's the point now is if I have the resources and I have the means to help to keep it maintained, I have the plan to make it better. Why aren't we, listening to the solution? Why aren't we going with the plan? Why aren't we going with, everything that needs to be done with it? Okay. It's just not making sense. One, the same email that I read you that I sent that to maybe several others, and one of them came back and was like, "Yeah, I seen the email. We were supposed to do a Zoom, but time got away from me, and I never responded back." Okay, so if you're not responding and if you're not reaching back and if you're not, trying to come up with a solution or trying to work, I would rather you just say, "Hey, I'm not interested," and we'll move on. Okay. Have you reached out to the local news stations with your desire to volunteer at the school? A local hero story. Yeah, I thought about that. And I think I am going to go ahead and proceed with that. But I'm in the process of putting my nonprofit together too, so I want to make sure that's in place. Now I know everything is not perfect, and I know everything's not going to line in a row, and I know that nothing is on the straight and narrow, and we have to put things out and this and that or whatever. I do appreciate that feedback. That just confirms to me that's something I need to go ahead and put in play with that. I appreciate the feedback on that. But once I get my nonprofit started, once I get my nonprofit in order, and I should have that done within the next week because there's a lot of stuff that I want to do with the nonprofit. Um, like raise money for resources for the schools and you know um, have backpack drives, have clothes giveaways. I mean, it's just a whole lot that I want to do with the nonprofit that will help the schools, and then the schools will benefit from it. But I'm just hoping that they will be willing and acceptable to the help. I'm just hoping that they be willing and they will be acceptable to partnering so we can get the necessary resources out there. And I will be proceeding to, get on the news stations and stuff like that just to bring more light to the situation, bring more light to the problem. And there are other outlets out there that we can get done. You know what I mean? There are other outlets that we can put this out there. But like I said before, by no means necessary. By I'm not putting anybody on blast. I don't want to put anybody on blast. I'm not trying to make anybody look bad. I'm gonna say that for the 80 millionth time. I'm just somebody in the community that just see a problem. We need to fix it. And once we, can talk to each other, sit down, come to a common ground to try to get this done, then we can move on and we can proceed. Okay. It's not, I'm just showing you that there is a problem and what can we do to work together to try to fix it. Okay. Abby Lynn, because it's a school, look up rules for volunteers, like getting your background check done now, so you can say you've already been vetted. Try asking a smaller private school to vet you. Yeah, I already had a background check. Everything is in the clear with that, with the background check and all of that stuff. Yeah, I had that done, a long time, a good while ago. So they have that in the system. Once the citizens hear that a local citizen has been volunteering to assist the grounds team with the appearance of our schools. Okay, yeah, yeah. Once they hear that, yeah, we should be able to make some type of headway. But you just don't know until it gets out there. You start putting it out there in the news and stuff like that. Like now, like I said in the last video, anything that goes on with the kids in the community, whether it's bad or whatever the case may be, they're quick to put it on the news. All right, like mass shootings, like homeless kids, and how they are helping these homeless kids, and how they are, you know, putting, food giveaways so they can give it to the underprivileged and stuff like that. Okay, that's a form of that can be a form of putting somebody down too as well. You know what I mean? If you're looking at it in a context of, if you're looking at me, oh, I'm putting a video out there and you're trying to make me look bad. I mean, that some people can feel a certain type of way when you blast and stuff like that too. It's the same thing. We don't mean no harm. We just trying to, help and get things done. Or another group like yeah, community center or library to vet you. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can get that. Start a conversation with your local news investigative reporter and feel good reporter and get them on your side. Yeah, okay. I got you on that one. Yeah, I appreciate that feedback. I really didn't uh, think about that one. I appreciate that one. I'm gonna write that one down. Matter of fact, yeah, in my phone. Yeah, but yeah, I definitely can get with a news reporter and stuff like that just to get them to investigate and just to get them to see what is happening, what is going on, and so we can get things done. And like I said, and I'm gonna put this out there. If there is schools in your community, if there are schools in your state, by all means, do not hesitate to reach out. Anything can be worked out. I'm willing to help whatever school there is, whether it's the inside, outside, whatever the case may be. I'm willing to work with anybody. We can put together a plan to get this done. So, anybody who chimes in, if there is a school in your city, in your neighborhood, in your state, that could really use extreme school makeovers, please, reach out to me, nglandscaping3 at gmail.com, nglandscaping3 at gmail.com. Okay. I'll get back to you, or you can hit me at 301-453-7725. 301-453-7725. Okay. This is just not, in my state. This is all over. Anybody who can use this help, this work, it's available to you. Okay. So, and that will be for all resources that come through Next Generation for schools. Okay. It's just not for one particular city, not one. No, if a city or state can use this service, let's get it done and let's get it right. Okay. Also, ask for the sustainability plan and documents for each school location. It will be in their master plan. And publicly available. Okay. All right. That sounds good. I would definitely do that. I really appreciate your feedback on that. You really gave me some good insight, and I really will be putting this into plan, and I will be putting this into action. Okay, because this is something that really needs to be taken care of. This is something that really needs to be done, and we just can't stand on the sidelines anymore. I'm just tired of our kids getting put on the back burner. I'm just tired of them, anytime any type of budget cuts come, anytime, they want to, shut the, let teachers off, and they're doubling the sizing of the schools and this and that. I mean, of the classrooms and stuff like that. It's just not fair for the kids. And then on top of that, they already in a double-sized classroom with more kids, but they got to come to the school with the grass attacking them as they get into the school. They got grass and tall weeds attacking them as they come into school, and overgrown trees and stuff like that. So that's my thing. That's my rant for the day. Like I said, I was, I'm, on vacation with the fam, but I thought I'd chime in. Like I said, I would every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And cut it a little short today. I really appreciate everyone's feedback. Okay, check your local community college office and sustainability to see if there is a student club. Ask if they are interested in helping you with the proposal. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I did. I have been to a couple communities. Yeah, community colleges. Yeah, I have done that. Okay, and we in the works of trying to work something out. Okay, but any feedback is good feedback, and I do appreciate that. I will get them, involved with that too as well. Okay, our student club partners, the community. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I do enjoy everyone's feedback. We will make a difference, one school at a time. One school at a time. We will make a difference. That is the goal. Okay. I'm not trying to, one thing I always say is I'd rather, go slow and steady than fast and all over the place. Okay. Um, Slow and steady, we can take our time, we can gain a rhythm and get these schools done one at a time. Okay. Going fast, trying to, get this stuff done and this and that or whatever, we'll be all over the place, and we won't gain no ground, no headway, no nothing. Okay. My goal is to tackle this one school at a time. And as we get it done, one school at a time, we will move to another school, another school, another school, and another school. So it'll just be, a lot of schools. Okay, because they definitely can use extreme school makeovers. And I am on the doing the vet now, but I am about to get back out here because there are some principals that do, want the service. There are some principals that, ask could I, come out and do certain things for them. Okay. So, once I get back, in town from with the family and stuff like that, it's gonna be guns a blazing. It's gonna be the pedal to the metal, full throttle, to bring you the content to let you see what we're doing, what we got going on, and within my videos, I'll be asking your feedback. I will be giving you updates on what's going on and stuff like that, and we will uh, get it done so we can make it a better place for the kids, the teachers, and the community. And there are some teachers that enjoy the service, and then there are some teachers that that pretty much don't enjoy. They just come there, they teach, and that's what it is or whatever. But there are majority teachers that are on the side, and it's just the board members, or the higher ups that are trying to block certain things that I'm trying to do for extreme school makeovers. And like you said in the chat, I took a snapshot of it. I'm gonna, once I get home, from with the fam. I'm gonna go ahead and uh, uh, really dive deep into the comments that y'all left, and we're gonna come up with a plan because the next event hour is about coming up with the plan about getting to the news stations, community centers, community colleges, all of that stuff to get people help. All right. The service is really for the kids. Yeah, it is. I mean, actually, it is. It is for the kids, and I think that um, it's supposed to be for the kids, but I think a lot of ego and a lot of pride gets in the way because they feel. Well, let me share this with you. I might have said it in the last one, but I'll reiterate. Um, they had a beautification thing at one of the schools, and they didn't have a good turnout. Okay. Um, they may had they had ordered all this material and maybe like 3 or 4 people showed up, and it just wasn't, they weren't able to get anything done, and it was a lot of materials left over. So I reached out and said I can offer my service, and we did that. You know what I mean? We worked together. We put together a plan to try to get the youth out there, to try to get more parents actively out there, so we can beautify the school and this and that. So we put it out there, and we came up with a new plan, and we wound up having maybe 30 people that came out, and we were able to beautify the whole front of the school. We were able to pressure wash and do the back of the school, pulling weeds, mulching, and everything. And I thought we were making headway, but they were like, no. No, yes, thank you for it and this and that or whatever. We'll be in touch. I have, a couple other schools that you can use the service and this and that. I reached out, didn't hear anything back from nobody. So I think it can be, a little ego pride. If they want to take the model, the plan that I came up with to try to help and this and that, whatever, that's fine. As long as we get something done, as long as we get some movement done, and as long as some action done. Just don't take it and just sit there and sit on it, okay? Because make no mistake about it, you say you're trying to help the kids, but you're not actually helping the kids because the school is looking like that, okay? And you're saying it's not in the budget, it's got to be for the janitors and stuff like that. It'll be in the budget if you want it to be in the budget, okay? That's just the way I see it. That's just the way, how I feel about it, okay? Yes, thanks for everyone chiming in. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for chiming in. Thank you for the feedback. I want to say, I will be back next Wednesday, 7 p.m., giving you all some updates on what can be done, uh, giving you some updates on how we can, better, proceed with this because I'm gonna take what you all said and I'm gonna put it into action next week, and I'll give you some feedback on what they said and how to do it and things of that nature. Okay, so I want to say thank you. Let me go ahead and get back to my family. I know it's the vet hour, but we did a half an hour because I want to enjoyed the last few minutes with the fam so we can get something to eat and enjoy a little bit of vacation that we have left. But and all in all, and like I tell them, I wanted to take half an hour out because it's bigger than me, it's bigger than them, it's bigger than you all about extreme school makeovers. Okay, it's a big thing, and schools need help, and sometimes we have to sacrifice certain things in order to make certain things happen. Okay, that's just what it is. So if I had to take a half an hour out of our trip to try to get a solution to try to get this rectified, then hey, that's just what it is. And yeah, hey, we'll get it done one school at a time. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see everyone next Wednesday. I will have updates. If you are looking at this, after the stream is over. Please chime in, leave some comments. All feedback is good feedback, in my opinion. All right, all feedback is good feedback. I don't care if you had something bad to say about what I said. Hey, I can take the critique. Okay, but if you have something good to say, please share that so we can proceed to come up with a solution. We get free expressions to come up with great solutions. That's all about the vet now. Okay. All right. So I'll see everybody next Wednesday, 7 p.m. All right. Let me go and get back with the fam. And as always, love you. See you next Wednesday.